Faithful is our God. Say faithful, faithful, faithful is our God. I'm reaping the harvest God promised me. Step back from the thought it's not for me, and I rejoice today, for I shall recover it all.
Him again. You know, it's a blessing to have to wait for your choir to sit down. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. We have more people in the choir than a lot of people have in their entire congregation. And they can sing. And they have rhythm. And who says you can't clap, rock, and sing at the same time? They do it all the time. Good morning, everyone. So good to see you. Happy Thanksgiving. Wednesday night, we'll have service at 7 p.m. Our ministers will be speaking, so it should be a real treat for us. I would like to thank Reverend Brenda, Jeanette Egan, Leah, Ramona, Jenny, LJ, Tim, Jorge, and Trina, all for attending the Trans Day of Remembrance at Trinity Cathedral yesterday. When I first moved to town on Saturday night, I would always go to Trinity Cathedral to warm up for Sunday. What are you thankful for right now?
You.
That cost me $50. But it was worth it. What are you thankful for right now? Do you think that you are thankful in all circumstances? I'm not. So let me just confess right now. But there are people in my life who bring things to me to make sure that I don't get too narrow in my focus. Lucy Farley, could you stand? Thank Lucy. So Lucy gave me a sign that said, Grandma once said, sometimes you have to hug the people you don't like so you know how big to dig the hole in the backyard. Thank you. Thank you. That's when you know you can be thankful in all circumstances. Have you ever? You never knew when it's going to come out. You never know. You never know. You never know. She's nice. She brings these signs at me. I mean, they're about this big, things I should talk about. I thank you for that. Have you ever had a meal and it was missing one ingredient? Have you ever looked at the table and there was no salt on the table? And you're going to insult the chef, but baby, I need some salt. There are times in life where we only need one ingredient to make it all work better for us. And I am suggesting today that a pinch of gratitude is the way for us to transform the world in which we live. Why? Because our principle says that you are the salt of the earth. You change the taste of everything. You make the world taste better than it did before you got there. It is only just a little bit of the salt of gratitude to season the situation, to make the meal or the experience the best that it could be. Salt has many metaphorical meanings. It can mean it preserves or it flavors. But it also means things like that things have value or they are good or noble. They are the salt of the earth. When you walk away from the situation, do people say, he or she is the salt of the earth? Just a little bit of your attitude of gratitude can change the entire atmosphere. My title this morning is Add a Pinch of Gratitude to Your Life. And I'm inspired this morning by the book from Kerri, Reid, A Pinch of Gratitude. She writes that gratitude is the science and the secret of creating an inspired and a fulfilling life. If you wanted to know, according to her, how to be inspired and be fulfilled, be more grateful. She says there is only one ingredient needed to heal every relationship, and that is gratitude. Gratitude has the power to recharge our energy. It boosts our self-worth, and it's directly linked to our physical and mental well-being. You should be thankful. You should be grateful. Gratitude leads us straight to happiness, and it reverses the idea of anger and envy and resentment. It can change the circumstances, just like you can change the circumstances because you are the salt of the earth. Ernest Holmes wrote about Thanksgiving. He said, "It's been said that the prayer of thanksgiving is the prayer of appropriation. Recognition, unification, and realization are the three steps in affirmative prayer. When you speak words of thanksgiving to the God within, knowing before you ask, God will answer. There is something in this attitude of thanksgiving that carries us beyond the realm of doubt into the state of perfect faith and acceptance, receptivity, realization, appreciation, and gratitude. It is the driving force that attracts and amplifies the hidden potentialities in our life." Can you say amen? It's all about just a pinch of gratitude and a pinch of you, because you are the salt of the earth. And you can season every situation if you choose to. Gratitude prevents us from having to dig the hole in the backyard after you have hugged someone. There's a reason I didn't have you hug each other this morning. I didn't want you to get the message that that person was planning to bury you in the backyard. She writes, "You cannot be grateful and bitter. You cannot be grateful and unhappy. You cannot be grateful and without hope. And you cannot be grateful and unloving." So if you are bitter, unhappy, without hope, or unloving, what do you need? Some gratitude. Just a pinch. Just a pinch. We all feel toxic emotions at times, ideas of anger and bitterness, irritability, hopelessness. You just have these grim ideas, even if you don't share them. And these negative emotions drain us of our energy, and particularly of the positive energy we have, and it reduces our vibration, according to the author. She said, love is the highest vibration. And it's the essence of each one of us is that we are pure energy. And our energy is at its best and its highest when we are in love. Like attracts like. Our level of vibration of energy is more in our life. As it becomes more and more in our life transforms. Because instead of criticizing the situation, I've learned to be thankful in the situation in all things. I once worked with a very brilliant woman, but I could not stand her. She could see the worst in everything, and she was articulate about it. She was good. She could rip something apart, but she could never build anything. She could just rip it apart. You'd be filleted when she was done. But it never built anything positive. So she decided, unknown to me at the time, to adopt a troubled teen from a different cultural group. And she was telling this story, and I noticed having that kid had changed her. She was changed. Having a troubled child in a person who only saw what was bad in all things had changed her. She had this unfading smile on her face when she talked about her troubled teen son. She became delightful in working with her. And I thought, I have to take back every horrible thought I ever had about you. My thoughts had gotten pretty profound. Every time you took a breath, I had an idea about what venom was going to come out of your mouth, and I had already judged it and condemned you. And all of a sudden now, I am actually endeared to her. And I thought, oh my God, now I like you. Have you ever been there? Has anyone ever been in your life and they have been so transformed? And it may be a child, it may be adoption, sometimes it's a relationship, sometimes it's a divorce, where you encounter that person and you realize something has happened, you have changed. And she was so thankful to finally have a child, even though it was one that was troubled and a teenager at that. And the reason she was telling the story is he stole the car and wrecked it. And she was delighted by it. Because she appreciated having this child so much is that it transformed her. And it transformed her relationship with me and other people. And it just a message to all of us that if we learn to appreciate and be grateful for things in life, we will change the situation that we are in. Wallace Wattles wrote in The Science of Getting Rich, he says, the law of gratitude is the natural principle that action and reaction are always equal in the opposite direction. And then Rhonda Byrne from The Secret writes, your gratitude is magnetic. And the more gratitude you have, the more abundance you magnetize. It is a universal law. Gratitude has this positive effect on our vibration. It increases our vibration, and it lifts us out of victimhood, and it lifts us out of self-pity. And one of the worst days of your life, if you can find one thing to be thankful for, it will lift your spirit at that time. We only need a pinch of gratitude to season the entire experience. The higher the vibration, the more light we contain and the more light we emit in the world because it's of higher consciousness. And that's really the point, right? For our consciousness to be elevated to the point towards spirit so much that people are blessed by being around us. When we are ungrateful, the vibration is low and the spirit is heavy. Are there just people you just hate to see coming? These kinds of feelings plunge us into anger and resentment and all kinds of, particularly shame, which is never helpful. It is our vibrational frequency that increases here in worship. This is why when you leave, even if you are not actively participating, you feel better when you leave here. I know you do. Or you wouldn't come back. The evidence is that you come back. Because there is something that happens, because worship is about praise and adoration and being thankful and being grateful that life is as good as it is and I did not wake up dead. You cannot complain and rejoice. Now, really, just to let you know, I really dislike people who complain. Pray for me. I need prayer. It's just the truth. Because some people complain. And when I was a complaining teen, my mother would tell me, Ricky, complaining is just telling the universe that you are ungrateful. And to this day, I'm now 25. I still remember it as if it were yesterday. Then for those of you who feel I am not complaining, I am telling the truth. Oh, for you people who feel that you must tell the truth. The test of whether or not you are complaining or telling the truth is the feeling that you deliver it in and how it is received. Because sometimes you are just mean. I'm just telling what is and what is my truth. Tell yourself someplace else. Because it is not necessarily beneficial for everybody to hear your negative opinion about something. If you're going to be edifying and encourage the situation, bring it on. You can have the platform. But if you are going to be negative and complain, you are only telling the universe that you are ungrateful. And if you are telling the universe that you are ungrateful, what are you going to get back? It's certainly going to be misery. Abraham Hicks writes, get so fixated on what you want that you drown out any vibration or reverberation that anything to do with what you do not want. Now, I have to remind us, when I talk about what you want has nothing to do with things. I am never talking about things. I am only talking about consciousness. Because how we show up in life changes everything. And if we show up in gratitude and adoration and appreciation, things would change. Even if you are going to complain, make sure you compliment the person first. If you don't like my fancy pants, at least say you like my hair. I might listen. You might ease me into the truth at that point. But learn, you just can't unload on people for your own benefit because you think you're going to feel better and you are not delivering it and life-affirming kind of spirit, and it's not received that way as well, because Lord knows we are waiting for you to go. Can I get through this before it's over? Now, the difference, the example is Tim sent me a note this week about the use of the word tribe. I did not get angry. What I got was, oh my God, I should start reading things. Because, that's on me that I missed it. But see, that isn't edifying. That's not a complaint. That is giving me some information that I need to do better tomorrow. When you give information to people, is it for them to do better tomorrow or to tear them down today? It's only in your heart. I don't need to know. You know, because it shows up in your life. But what are you grateful for right now? Just a pinch of gratitude will season and change the taste of the entire experience. And remember this. You cannot be grateful and be bitter. You cannot be grateful and unhappy. You cannot be grateful and without hope, and you cannot be grateful and unloving. Can you give thanks in all situations and for all the people that are in your life, even the people you do not like and who do not like us? We still can be thankful. There is always a grain of truth and good in everyone because the light dwells in everyone. And if everything else that we heap upon it dims the light is still there. Why is love all there is? Because love holds on to us when we don't hold on to it. The eternal love of God never lets us go. It is the only thing that God does. It is ingratitude and appreciation that dissipates all of the negative things that are in our life. Just one pinch of gratitude. Are you going to bring gratitude to your life this week? Show up and be the pinch of gratitude that changes every situation that you encounter this week. You make the world taste better. And so it is.